Hi everyone. So I hope you're all staying well. I hope you're all staying safe, staying home. I hope everything's going okay at home. So today we're going to be doing a hand treatment video. I know a lot of yous and a lot of people are suffering with their hands right now due to it being so dry with all this washing that you're doing. Even with the chemicals in the soap that you're using, that's really drying our hands out right now. And with all the over washing as well. I know it's affecting kids as well. A lot of people have wrote in and said the kids' hands are really dry. So they're really struggling, to get the kids' hands back moisturised. They're struggling to get their own hands back moisturised. Today I'm going to talk about 2 treatments that are going to help your hands. And it's all treatments that you can do at home, and it's ingredients you can find in the house as well. So the first treatment I'm going to do is an exfoliating treatment. So if your hands are flaking, they're flaky and dry, but there's no kind of cuts, any abrasions, then I'd recommend this one. So my hands are a bit dry right now, especially up this top area. So I'm going to pop this exfoliating treatment on to show you guys how to make it and how to put it on. So all it is sugar and olive oil. So it's going to exfoliate while moisturising as well. So I'd pop this on before I do the next one as well. So I'm going to make it on this little plate here to start with. So all we're going to do is pop some sugar in to act as the exfoliator. So you literally just need a sprinkle of sugar. You don't need much. So like I said, if you have got any cuts or abrasions, you're not going to want to rub this in because it's going to hurt. But if you have, it's flaking, your skin's falling off, then the exfoliator is maybe something you're going to want to do. Just like I said, as long as there is no cuts. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of olive oil on. And there we go. And then all you want to do is, I'll mix this in with my hands. So you just want to mix it in. And it makes quite a nice paste. It's hard to see on this plate. Right, so once that's all rubbed in, I'm going to pop it on my hands now. So you can see. So we just want to give it a nice rub down all the areas. And you can see the sugar as well. So this is what my skin definitely needs before I put the next treatment on. So for yous that have just joined, this is just sugar and olive oil. So you just want to give it a nice rub into your skin. Like I said, the olive oil's going to moisturise it and the sugar's going to exfoliate it. So this is a great step if you are, your skin is flaking off. But if it isn't flaking and you do have any cuts or abrasions, then definitely don't put this on because it will sting. Right, so now that's nice and rubbed in, I'm going to go wash it off and we'll pop on to the next step. So I'll be 2 seconds and just rinse this off. So literally that has just worked wonders. My skin feels so smooth. And even, I had loads of dry bits around here, but it's all gone. So like I said, if you've got any dry bits on your hand, flaky bits, as long as there's no cuts and abrasions, your sugar and your olive oil, mix it together and that's going to get rid of it. So that's the first part to our hand treatment stage. The next part I'm going to do is a hand mask. So it's honey, potato, olive oil and butter. So the honey is super hydrating. Then the potato, I know that's a weird one to put in there, but it is really calming if you've got irritated skin. So it soothes the skin and it is moisturising as well. The next one is the olive oil, like we've just done in the first one. And again, that is moisturising. And it also can help repair skin damage, which is a good one to have as well. And finally, the butter. So I know that a lot of you won't have shea butter, anything like that. It's completely fine. If you've got an unsalted butter, that is the one you want to use. So it is weird that we're putting a butter in there, but the fatty acids are very moisturising. So when we leave it on, it's going to leave such a nice effect on your skin. So I'll show you how to do this one. So what we do is, I've done 3 little potatoes there. So I peeled them first, popped them into boiling water, let them simmer for about 20 minutes. Then what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to get a fork. Got sugar on my fork now. There it is. And you're just going to want to mash it in. Mash your potatoes together. Just pop it down a sec. Yeah, so potato is a really weird one to use, but it is really good for the skin. Smells really nice as well. Right, so there's my potato all mashed up. I'm going to pop it into my bowl. Right, so there's that in. Right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the honey in. So the honey, all you need is just a little teaspoon of honey, not much. I'll just grab that honey. 2 seconds. We'll pop the olive oil in first. So first I'll pop this in. So I'll just, again, we're just going to need 2 teaspoons of this one. So 1 and 2, a little bit over. Go. You just want to start by mixing that in. So I'm sure you all have these ingredients at home. And you don't need much of any of it as well. So that's really good. The next thing I'm going to add in is the butter. So I've got Country Life butter. So like I said, as long as it's unsalted, that's the only thing you need. You don't need to use shea butter, it'll be fine. So literally, we don't need much butter. I'm just going to put that much in. So it's like you're making mash really, but for the hands. So we're going to start by putting that in and rubbing it together. So it's going to form a really nice paste for the hands. Just get that rubbed in. Go. And then the last thing I said was we're going to pop the honey in. So again, I'm using Rouse honey that I always use, because I do like that one. I use my buttery spoon. And we just want a teaspoon of this one. Pop that in. There we go. So like I said, if your kids are suffering with the dry hands, if you're suffering, this is a really good one to do. It's not going to irritate the skin, this one. It is just going to calm it, soothe it and moisturise it. So it's made a nice paste there. Right, so once that's all mixed together, you'd lather it on your hands for about 15 minutes. You can do a bit longer if you want, but do try keep it on for 15 minutes. It's going to moisturise your hands and leave them feeling amazing. After that, I do recommend you put a cream on after you've rinsed it off with warm water. I like to use Nivea cream, but whatever cream you want to use, I'd definitely pop it on. Like I said, give it 15 minutes on. And if you do want to do the first treatment as well, so for people that had just come in, the first treatment was sugar and olive oil as an exfoliator. So if you've got dry, flaking skin with no cuts or abrasions, then I'd definitely pop it on. I popped it on my hands and they do feel amazing now. So the next thing to finish it off with, I will be using this mask and pop it on, like I said, for about 15 minutes. And then wash it off with warm water, pop a moisturiser on, and your hands will be feeling amazing. So I do this a few times a week. I know it sounds like a lot, but with how much we are washing our hands right now, especially if there's any nurses on here, any doctors that are really washing their hands like excruciatingly a lot, then I'd definitely put it on a bit more. But for regular people that are as well washing their hands a lot, I'd definitely pop it on a few times a week. like I have been for the past 3 weeks, I'd say I've been doing now, and my skin does feel a lot better. So I'll show you how to pop it on and what it's going to look like when it's on. So you just grab a handful. It's not the nicest feel. And it's not the nicest look either. But after I've exfoliated my hands with the sugar and olive oil, my hands feel much better now. And this is actually really soothing. So you pop that on like that. Get rid of the bits. Go. Then you'd literally just sit with it on your hands for about 15 minutes. Then once you're done, you'd rub it off with warm water. Then with a towel dry them and then pop your moisturiser on. So I hope this all helped a lot of people. I hope you're going to get, a lot of help off it. I hope it helps moisturise your hands, your kids' hands. Everyone, please give it a go. It is really good. Like I said, the first treatment, it is for if you've got dry, flaky hands, no cuts or abrasions. And the second treatment can be used by anyone, even if, there is a little bit of cut there, but it is like, got a scar over the top. Then pop this on and your hands will feel 10 times better. So I hope this has helped a lot of people. Comment down below anything you want to see next, any homemade remedies I can help you with next, D.I.Y beauty tutorials that I can help with. So just give us a message and I'll try to do the best that I can. Alright, thank you, bye.